think the current policy in place is effective?
I don't think it matters too much about that question because it's not a problem that we have on campus. So one of the solutions, though, if we do think we have a problem with the current policy, is to not put the smoker poles where you discard your cigarettes right next to buildings, because our current policy indicates you can't be within a certain amount of feet of buildings if you're going to be smoking. So why put why put that there if you don't want them to go over there with their cigarettes? So there could have been a lot of different things that could have been done instead of an outright ban on tobacco rights.
When people say it's a right, we're not taking the right away to smoke. We're just asking them not to do it here on campus. Because our main message and our main opportunity that we're going to take advantage of is to protect our students. We're not telling them to quit in general, in life in general. We're just asking them not to do it here on campus. Because while here on campus, we also want to breathe the fresh air. It is our right to do that. So we're just trying to give the students back a voice of saying, let's take this away overall and give a chance to protect our students' health overall.
This is important to us because we want to protect the students at Sacramento State. There is no safe amount of tobacco, and so removing it from campus protects the students, and it also protects future students. There's kids doing tours here on campus all the time, and we want to protect everyone in the Sacramento State community.
Hornets for a Healthy Hive, remember they had town halls last semester to try to promote the smoking ban for their PR class, and what they told us was that 9% of Sac State students smoke. But of those 9%, only 60% of those smoke on campus, which comes out to around 5% or so of students smoke on campus.
According to the statistics that we gathered last semester, only about 4 to 5% were actually smokers here on campus. But those were statistics from last semester. That could be a growing number or a decreasing number, depending on the research that we would have put together this semester if we did the campaign again.
That tells me that we were running around with a solution to a problem that just does not exist. We don't have a smoking problem on campus. So I disagree with the smoking ban because I think it's the majority group on campus, which supports the smoking ban, is sort of forcing their own morality on a minority group on campus. And I think it's important to be tolerant of behaviors and practices with which we may not agree or practice ourselves. For example, I don't smoke. I certainly wouldn't recommend it. But I'm not going to tell someone else how to live their life. I'm not going to try to take away their freedoms just because I don't use them myself.
Okay, well, how do you guys feel about electric cigarettes?
Oh, e-cigs? E-cigs are actually one of the things that are going to be banned, and that one of the things that are going to be wiped out with the tobacco, due to the fact because there's not enough research from the FDA to show that they are safe. Actually, more stories are coming out more and more during the news that they're actually becoming poisonous for their body. Poisonous for your tongue, poisonous for your mouth, and more cities are starting to ban them. So the wave of the research they're starting to do will be ahead of the curve by already doing what we have done and saying we're going to wipe it across the table.
What do you guys do with when you see somebody smoking that is not in the appropriate area?
Well, actually, just go up to them and tell them to at least stay 20 feet apart from the buildings in order to smoke, or else just don't smoke there.
Do you think people respect the 20 feet policy?
As for me, I actually think people do. But for some people, I don't really think they even know about the 20 feet rule.
Do you think the campus and the university are respecting individual rights by making this policy effective?
Absolutely not. No, it's definitely and it's a huge affront to individual rights, especially if it's not even a problem for other students. People are just walking around minding their own business smoking. It really doesn't bother anyone. It offends our emotions sometimes, but factually, it's not going to hurt us that much. Secondhand outdoor smoke, not nearly as dangerous as indoor secondhand smoke. So yes, it's an affront to individual liberty. There's no doubt about that. I don't think anyone could argue that.
I know as a student here, we have designated areas, but people don't respect those designated areas. And if we have a policy such as this in place as we do come fall 2015, it'll give us a chance to walk to class, not feel like there's a huge cloud of smoke. That's what I've seen happen in the last couple months, but when we did have this in policy. But overall, protecting my health and the rest of my student body's health is going to be my best reward I see out of that.